started in 1990, I got roped in by Clendon United to coach 8-year-olds because my son didn't have a coach. And they sent me to do a referees course, which I passed, top in the class, which I was quite pleased about because it was all blokes. And then I did the course in '89, and then by the end of the football season I thought I wasn't enjoying coaching, so I decided to take up the refereeing instead.
Way back in '78, and I did my course as a 15-year-old, taken by Les Kaufman at the time at Oratere Primary. So that's when I started. And the reason for the start was to learn more about the laws, and then to come and referee the kids in the under 10s before my games when I played.
First year I refereed, I got Junior Referee of the Year, and 3 years later I got Linesman of the Year, as it was then. Then I started going towards New Zealand badge. They were talking about getting more women higher up because there was only Linda Black and Karen Fleet at the time. I've gone on up into FIFA.
I started refereeing junior football from the age of 18 full time because when I went back to Blockhouse Bay to register as a player, they didn't have enough to make 2 under-19 teams. So they said I could warm the bench for the first team or play open grade football, and I thought, nah, I don't want to be kicked apart, you know, being a bit young at those days. So I went refereeing, and so I carried on refereeing junior football until I was probably 20, and then moved into the senior ranks. So I got my New Zealand badge in '85, number 836, which is one of those things you remember, and then went on to referee on the Northern League, and finally moved up through the ranking systems and got onto the National League in New Zealand. Chatham Cup final up at North Harbour. I think, if off the top of my head, I think it was Petone and Auckland City, or Central United, sorry, would have been in those days.
I went over to Melbourne and got the surprise first game as an assistant referee, and I sort of thought, oh, I might get a chance to sit back and watch how these games go, but it didn't happen. Walking out onto the field, it was with the FIFA anthem going, it was actually very, very emotional, and I was just about in tears, and I hadn't shown any nerves or anything up until that point. And I could see my face up on the big screen, and I'm telling myself, don't be stupid, get on the pitch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did 3 round-robin games in Melbourne, and then went to Canberra to do a semi-final, which was USA and Brazil, and then went on to Sydney to do the bronze medal playoff, which was Brazil and Germany.
I went onto the FIFA panel in 1996 for 13 years until I retired in '08, having refereed 101 internationals over that, well, been involved in 101 internationals in 11 different countries. Kings were playing, the under-23 Chile side, on their way through to the Lynn's Olympics actually. They were playing there, and we're refereeing the game, and all of a sudden my assistant's beeping the flag, and I'm looking down there because we're the players. It was down towards Martin Pepper's end, and there was nothing coming from Martin, so I turned around, and here's Smithy on the other line beeping the flag, and I thought, well, what's the problem? And then he points his arm out and points to the middle of the field, and some spectator had actually walked onto the field and delivered a car door into the semicircle. So we had to get that off the field, and while he takes off and runs into the crowd.
Yes, these were given to us, a total surprise. Very, very much appreciated for the work that we've done, and I've had 28 years in it, which the date is on it, which is quite close to it.
40 years, from '78 to 2018. A big part of my life has been poured into Auckland football. Also got the accolade of being a life member a couple of years back too. So yeah, Auckland Football's been a lot of my life.